The year is 1938. Albert Hofmann, a Swiss chemist, is working on a series of derivatives of lysergic acid. The world is on the precipice of monumental change. The late 30s are a time of tension and transformation, of scientific breakthroughs and political upheaval. It's an era where the boundaries of knowledge are being pushed and prodded, where the human desire to understand and explore is as palpable as the air we breathe. Meanwhile, nestled in the heart of Switzerland, in the laboratories of Sandoz Pharmaceuticals, a man named Albert Hofmann is diligently working, oblivious to the world-changing discovery that awaits him. He's a chemist, a scientist with a curious mind and a keen eye for detail. His area of focus, the intriguing and complex world of lysergic acid derivatives. Lysergic acid, a naturally occurring compound found in a fungus that grows on rye, known as ergot, is the starting point for Hofmann's experiments. He's looking for something new, something groundbreaking. In his quest for medical advancement, Hofmann is exploring the potential of these derivatives to act as circulatory and respiratory stimulants. But as we all know, the path to discovery is often paved with unexpected turns. As Hofmann synthesizes these derivatives, one compound stands out from the rest. It's the 25th compound he synthesizes, hence its scientific name, lysergic acid diethylamide, or LSD-25. Yet at this point, Hofmann doesn't fully comprehend the significance of this compound. He sets it aside, its potential as a psychoactive substance yet to be discovered. It's a quiet beginning, a humble dawn to what would later become a revolution in our understanding of the human mind and consciousness. This is the stage on which our story unfolds, a time of scientific curiosity, a place of diligent exploration, and a man with an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Little did Hofmann know his work would soon catapult him into the annals of scientific history. Scene script. 5 years later, on a seemingly ordinary day in 1943, Hofmann accidentally ingested a small quantity of LSD. Imagine a day in mid-April, Albert Hofmann, an unassuming Swiss chemist, working diligently in his lab, unknowingly setting the stage for a mind-bending journey. He was revisiting his previous work on lysergic acid derivatives, particularly LSD-25, a compound he first synthesized in 1938 but had set aside. Little did he know his destiny and the course of psychedelic research was about to take a dramatic turn. As the story goes, Hofmann was wrapping up his work for the day when he started to feel somewhat peculiar. His senses seemed to be in overdrive, and his perception of the world around him was shifting in ways he had never experienced before. He decided to leave the lab and head home, and that's when things took a decidedly surreal turn. The world around him became a kaleidoscope of vibrant colors, and his sense of time was utterly distorted. His surroundings pulsed with life in a way that was both awe-inspiring and somewhat alarming. He was experiencing the first ever acid trip, a journey into the depths of the mind that had never been charted before. Hofmann later described his experience as a mix of terror and ecstasy. He felt as though his very self was dissolving, giving way to a profound sense of unity with the world around him. He witnessed a stream of incredible images, a parade of shapes and colors that seemed to have a life of their own. In the days that followed, Hofmann came to realize that his accidental ingestion of LSD had led to this extraordinary psychic experience. He knew he had stumbled upon something remarkable, a compound that could unlock the hidden corners of the human mind. Thus, the world's first recorded LSD trip had occurred, and the journey was far from over. On April 19, 1943, Hofmann decided to intentionally consume LSD, marking the day as Bicycle Day. This marked the beginning of a remarkable journey, one that would forever change our understanding of the human mind. In the confines of his laboratory, Hofmann ingested a small dose of LSD, a mere quarter of a milligram, unaware of the profound effect it would have on his consciousness. As the substance took hold, he began to experience an altered state of perception, a world that was both strange and fascinating. Feeling the effects intensify, Hofmann decided to head home. Unable to drive due to the war-imposed restrictions on automobile use, he embarked on a bicycle ride that would later become symbolic in the annals of psychedelic history. Accompanied by his laboratory assistant, he pedaled through the streets of Basel, Switzerland, all the while experiencing a series of intense hallucinations. This bicycle ride was not just a physical journey, but a psychological voyage into the depths of the human mind. Hofmann described the world around him as kaleidoscopic, filled with an array of brilliant, swirling colours and distorted shapes. He recounted an overwhelming sense of fear, but also a profound sense of connection and understanding. It was a journey that transcended the ordinary, a journey into the extraordinary. The significance of this event in the history of LSD cannot be overstated. It was the first documented, deliberate ingestion of the substance, providing the world with a glimpse into its potential effects. It set the stage for a wave of research and experimentation, sparking interest among scientists and laypeople alike. The Bicycle Day became a landmark in the history of psychedelics, a testament to Hofmann's courage and curiosity. This singular event, this deliberate self-experimentation, marked a turning point. It was a moment that challenged our understanding of reality and consciousness, a moment that dared to explore the unknown. It was a moment that made us question what we thought we knew, and opened up a world of possibilities we had yet to imagine. Hofmann's deliberate self-experimentation marked a new chapter in the story of LSD. It was a chapter filled with exploration and discovery, a chapter that continues to fascinate and intrigue us to this day. Following Hofmann's discovery, LSD began to attract the attention of the scientific community and beyond. The allure of this potent and novel substance was irresistible to many. Scientists from various fields, curious about the effects of LSD, began to explore its potential applications. In the realm of psychology, for example, researchers saw potential in using LSD as a tool in psychotherapy. The theory was that the drug's ability to alter perception and evoke deep emotional responses could help patients access and confront repressed memories or traumas. In the mid-20th century, in a world still reeling from the aftermath of war and the onset of the Cold War, the search for understanding the human mind was more urgent than ever. LSD seemed like a key that could unlock the mysteries of the human psyche. This led to a flurry of research and experimentation, with the drug being administered to thousands of patients in a therapeutic context. But as is often the case with powerful substances, LSD didn't remain confined to the lab. It began to spill over into the recreational realm. The 1960s counterculture movement, characterized by a rejection of mainstream norms and a quest for alternative ways of living, was a fertile ground for the spread of LSD. The drug was seen as a vehicle for self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment, a way to break free from the constraints of society and explore the depths of the human consciousness. Prominent figures from the era, such as psychologist Timothy Leary and author Ken Kesey, championed the use of LSD, further fueling its popularity. The drug's influence permeated the arts too, with many musicians, writers and artists claiming it as a source of inspiration. The Beatles' song "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds" and the psychedelic artwork of the time are just two examples of how LSD left its mark on popular culture. Yet, the spread of LSD was not without controversy. Its powerful and unpredictable effects raised concerns among authorities, leading to its eventual prohibition in many countries. But that's a story for another time. As LSD seeped into various aspects of society, its impact was undeniable. Among the countries fascinated by LSD's potential was Czechoslovakia, where a series of experiments took place in the 1950s and 60s. In the heart of Europe, a team of audacious scientists embarked on a journey to further explore the enigmatic substance that is LSD. These researchers, led by the tenacious Dr. Milan Hausner, were driven by an insatiable curiosity and a desire to harness the therapeutic potential of LSD. They ventured into uncharted territory, conducting a series of experiments with a focus on treating alcoholism. At the time, Czechoslovakia was grappling with a high rate of alcohol addiction, and the conventional treatments left much to be desired. The researchers hypothesized that LSD could offer a breakthrough. Their methodology was innovative and daring. They developed what came to be known as psychedelic therapy, a model that incorporated LSD into a therapeutic setting. Unlike traditional therapy, this model aimed to induce a profound transformative experience in the patient, often described as a mystical or spiritual awakening. The results? Quite remarkable. The researchers reported that a single high-dose LSD session, coupled with psychotherapy, resulted in significant reductions in alcohol misuse. Many patients reported transformative experiences, leading to lasting changes in their attitudes and behaviors towards alcohol. Moreover, these experiments also shed light on the nature of addiction itself. The researchers proposed that addiction could be a symptom of a deeper, unresolved psychological issue, and by addressing these underlying issues, one could potentially overcome their addiction. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing. The unconventional methods used in these experiments were met with skepticism and resistance from the wider scientific community. Yet the Czech researchers remained undeterred, standing by their findings and continuing their pursuit of understanding LSD's potential. Fast forward to today, and the pioneering work of these Czech researchers continues to inspire a new generation of scientists. Their contributions have paved the way for a resurgence in psychedelic research, with modern scientists revisiting the potential of LSD and other psychedelics in treating a range of mental health conditions. The experiments in Czechoslovakia showed the world a new perspective on the potential of LSD. Albert Hofmann's discovery continues to influence science, culture and society till this date. His serendipitous invention of LSD lysergic acid diethylamide in 1938 and the subsequent insights gained from his own experiences have left an indelible mark on our understanding of the human mind. Hofmann's legacy is multifaceted. In the field of science, his discovery spurred a wave of research into the effects of psychedelics on the human brain. Although the tide of this research ebbed during the latter half of the 20th century, due to socio-political factors, it has experienced a resurgence in recent years. Scientists today are revisiting Hofmann's work with a renewed sense of urgency and respect for the potential therapeutic applications of psychedelics. In addition to the scientific community, Hofmann's discovery has had a profound impact on culture. The psychedelic experience, as he described it, has been a source of inspiration for artists, musicians and writers around the world. From the vibrant, swirling patterns of psychedelic art to the profound, introspective lyrics of countless songs, the influence of LSD is unmistakable and enduring. Beyond the realms of science and culture, Hofmann's work has also touched the sphere of spirituality. The altered states of consciousness induced by LSD have led many individuals on transformative spiritual journeys, prompting them to question their perceptions of reality and their place in the universe. In today's world, the legacy of Albert Hofmann is alive and well. The renewed interest in the therapeutic potential of psychedelics, coupled with a growing acceptance of their cultural and spiritual significance, ensures that his contribution will not be forgotten. His discovery has transcended the confines of a Swiss laboratory, influencing countless lives and shaping our understanding of the mind's vast potential. From a laboratory in Switzerland to the global stage, the journey of LSD, much like its effects, has been nothing short of a trip. So, we've journeyed from Hofmann's accidental discovery to the experiments in Czechoslovakia. We've delved into the dawn of discovery, where Albert Hofmann first synthesized LSD in his lab, not knowing the profound impact it would have on the world. We've retraced the steps of his accidental trip, which led him to understand the potent effects of this compound. From there, we saw how Hofmann's deliberate experiments unfolded, unlocking a new understanding of the human mind. We've charted the spread of LSD, from its inception in the lab to its use and study across various parts of the world. We've examined the pivotal experiments in Czechoslovakia, where LSD was used in groundbreaking psychological research. Finally, we've honored the legacy of Albert Hofmann, a man whose discovery has influenced fields ranging from psychology to art and music. His work continues to inspire and intrigue us, proving that sometimes the most unexpected discoveries can have the most far-reaching effects. Albert Hofmann's discovery of LSD, a trip that started in a lab and continues to this day, remains one of the most fascinating stories in the annals of science.